Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm doing something a little different with this video. Instead of just me sitting with a camera and talking about a topic with some B-roll, I'm gonna walk through my process of making printable stationery sets. I'm getting really into making them. They're a lot of fun, so we'll talk a little bit about the art I'm using, and I'll show you my creative process for designing it in Canva, plus I'll have a little bit of footage for the listing process so you can get a little tidbit on my creative process behind this. I'm having a blast making these listings, and I figured what better way to break into some more vlog style content than just a creative process behind making a product. So without any further ado, let's jump right into it with the art. Alright, to start this vlog stationery style video, we need to make the art. Luckily, through the magic of I drew this months ago, I have the art we're going to be using to make the stationery. I would like to talk a little about this art. The one you see right here, I'll put a link in the description if the YouTube machine will let me do it. I don't know if I can still post links. It's been quite a long while since I've posted a video, so they might have revoked that. But this I originally used for the cover of my reverse coloring book, and this is actually used for front and back cover. The back cover I scanned in partially complete to kind of give a feel of like what you're supposed to do with the reverse coloring book. This is the first ever piece of art I did in this style. Normally I either do the whole thing 100% covered in just haphazard watercolor or rainbow, and then do my rigid typical pattern on top of it. That works nice and I like the results I get from it, but I wanted to do something different for the cover of this book to really show what it was. And I drew the colored patterns, and as I was going back through and adding the black ink on top of it, I really started to really enjoy how this looked, and I thought this would make great groovy style prints. They're wacky, they're abstract. So I finished this one, and finishing the pages for the rest of the book, I made these two wacky prints. Ink on these ones, the colored ink, was done as a sort of coloring pages. I thought having a couple in the style of the cover in the book would be a good to have in there, and I was really running out of ideas for drawing because I'm not used to doing colored abstract patterns. I'm used to black ink patterns, so I was really stretching the imagination with this one. And I thought these would be cool colored too, and I could sell them as a print set, stationery set, so I was going to sell them as both. I think I'm going to do a bundle of digital art. You print them yourself, hang them on your wall. I was going to do that. I was also going to turn these into blank and lined stationery. I was going to sell all three together as stationery, and I was going to have each document have a lined page and a blank page so you can print however much you want. So I really love how these turned out. They're really groovy, kind of retro, and that's all I really have to say about this. These art. They took hours to draw, so I am not going to subject you to the excruciating meticulous detail and the fact that when I draw, I often get my face right up into the page. So to make these digital printable stationery sets, we need to scan them in. So angle change. Alright, angle change complete. That was a little tricky. I'm using a new tripod to film on. I'm filming in a completely different space, so the acoustics and the lighting are different, but I got this new fancy desk and I wanted to turn it into an official workspace / art studio instead of letting art take over my entire apartment. So I got my little scanner down here. I'm not sure how out of frame it is, but it fits perfectly on the shelf. So simply you load the art on, and this is probably the loudest scanner on the planet. So through the power of editing, we're gonna fast forward through the scanning process, and let me check something real quick. There we go. New angles, new everything. I'm gonna doodle and draw a little bit while we scan. So this scanner is super HD, super high quality. great prints. I've been able to print things at over twice the size of the original painting or print, and you can see the most minuscule little paint splatter and like marks. So it's an amazing scanner. It's just, it takes its sweet time, and it is quite loud, so we'll probably put some lovely music and fast forward through this. So I will touch base when we get scanning. Alright, they're scanned. On my screen right now, it is still rendering the final scan. These really HD scans take quite some time to render on my laptop. I'm hoping that that will change soon. I am currently in the process of building a desktop. We're just waiting on a few final parts to come. Exciting for that, and my whole computer desktop setup will change. But they're rendered, and looking at the file size, we're gonna have to convert them from PNGs to JPEGs. These we will not be able to upload into the software. So once this renders, I'll see you back where we edit the images. Or actually, I'll just quickly save the images as JPEGs, and then I will catch you on the flip side. Alright, I honestly didn't think I would be filming this much today. I just thought I was going to film the scanning part, but kind of on a roll. Drag and drop these to Canva. I like to use Canva to design my stationery. That is a personal preference. If you do not like Canva, there are other softwares. But I like it because it's just really easy to use. Well, no, sir, that is not what I meant to open. Alright, Canva. Uploads, simple as that, and they're all uploaded here, and I can just drag and drop. So this one, there we go. So it's really that simple. I'm gonna rename this to Groovy. Oh wait, yeah, Stationery. Should have made a copy, in case I need a copy of this. Sometimes I don't do this and I end up regretting it, upload it to Etsy, but I have printed these images at this resolution, so I don't think I'm gonna do a practice print for now. Okay, well that works, I guess. Stationery 1. These designations probably have more meaning to me than anybody else. I should probably get better at naming these. And this one never wants to just copy the image. Second page never wants to cooperate with me. Alright, layer, send it back. Ta-da! Yeah. Those look nice. And now I'm going to clear out my, where is it? Downloads folder. This is from the last stationery set I made. I'm going to drag it over to my second screen and download. So I download it as a PDF print, and then I check the file size. Etsy, where I upload these, has a file size limit. I think it's either 20 or 25 megabytes. And 15.5, we are below the threshold. Double check. Everything looks good. And now, as a special thing, since this is a fresh scan, one thing I like to do is do a practice or a test print before I'm learning. I know how to screen record, but I don't know how to sync it with audio, and I don't have a mic. So we're going to be doing it this old decrepit way. I mean, this is a very simple, straightforward process. Make a copy. The Canva has taken its sweet time. Projects. And then number 3. That one has a little bit of a black line. You probably can't see it. Just gonna we're gonna copy that. Delete that because I know it's not gonna cooperate with me. What? See? Nothing cooperates. I'm probably terrible and there people are gonna watch this, or no one's gonna watch this, and then they're gonna be ripping their hair out like, what are you doing? This is not how Canva works. But I refuse to watch video tutorials. Alright, and rename that to Groovy 3, download. So, I had to let my brain reload real quick there. There is a setting in Canva where you can flatten the PDF, and that'll make all of the layers one layer, and it's useful if you're trying to print something and it is just not cooperating. Alright, so technically the stationery is made, and all that's left is to make the listing photos, but I think I've hit my productivity for the day, and my goal is to have these uploaded and published by the end of the week, so I will catch you next time. Well, not next time as in next video, next time as in next time I'm filming, which will be probably tomorrow. Alright, so technically I've already made the listing for the stationery. My process is quite simple. I use templates for the listing photos, and Canva makes it nice and easy. You can just drag and drop your images. I download the stationery as PNGs to create these listing photos. Now, one thing I do not recommend with Etsy is just putting a full resolution PNG just alone as a listing photo, because someone can just yoink, take it, and then they don't need to buy their product. So if you are going to have a listing photo that is just a picture of the art or just a picture of the stationery, make sure it's at a reduced resolution, so when they go to print it, it's going to be horrible quality. Don't worry about bad reviews. They can't review if they don't buy it. So basically, I went through, made the listing photos, and then went through and made the listing real quick. The listing process is very simple. You can find hundreds of tutorials online on how to fill or how to make the listings. Basically, for this one, normally I write the listing in the listing description box. I write the description there. This time around, I pre-wrote it so that way I could streamline the process so you wouldn't see me struggling to write a description for the listing. So I guess quick speed montage of the process. I have some screen capture footage for that, so off we go. Alright, so as you can see, the task is complete. We have a stationery set listed on Etsy. Only time will tell if this is a hit or not. I also included this. I am collecting all my listing files in a Google Drive, so I plan on doing big shop-wide bundles once I have enough. So I'm really looking forward to that. But overall, yeah, I enjoyed it, and sometimes it's easier to divide a task over the course of a few days. I can list something all in one day, but I figured film the process, take my time, and give it more than just a day. This, all in all, took me about a week to create the listing and create this video. Actually, if you include editing, it's probably going to take longer. But I really enjoy making the listings, and I'm excited to see what other products I can come up with next. So if you liked this little insight into my creative process, follow the channel. You know what to do. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.